All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, all across the globe, this is Power Connections with Kevin Vaughan. I'm so excited about you guys being here with us today, those live right now and those listening later on. Appreciate you so much. But guys, I'm so excited. I'm more excited that I got a good, awesome business partner and colleague there, Miss Sister Natasha Harris. How you doing, my sister?
I'm great, Dr. Vaughn. I'm so great. Thanks for having me here. I'm so excited to have this conversation today. So,
Oh
so
yeah,
excited.
yeah. We
So
have some
blessed to
great,
have
yeah.
this
We always
opportunity.
have some great conversations in business and in family and so forth. So we thank you so much for being with us. Hey, also I want to tell everybody on the planet, it's my sister in the Lord too. Just don't get that twisted here, real quick. My sister in the Lord. So we thank God for her and her wonderful family. She has a beautiful family, folks, and we know you have as well. But hey, we're going to talk about business today, okay, with Natasha. I'm going to read her bio in a little bit here as well and some background there. But we're going to be talking about business owners, guys, entrepreneurs and business owners. She has a powerful, powerful service. We're going to share that with you a little bit. But guys, before we get started, I always like to have my guest, Natasha, as I mentioned earlier, to say a few words. A lot going on the planet, man. A lot going on the planet. And I'm not going to dwell on the negative, but we want to dwell on the encouragement and the empowerment. But anything you'd like to say to our guests or audience out there as well, Natasha, before we get started?
Absolutely. So I definitely want to empower all you listeners out there to whatever idea it is that you might be debating or considering. Go ahead and execute and take that step to make that thing happen and let the world experience it. So it's okay and dare to be different in what you do.
Hey, man, that's exactly right. Because everybody, man, all 8 billion plus people, we're all unique. Natasha, as you know, we're all unique. Isn't that amazing? Every person
Yeah,
is unique.
absolutely.
We're on one planet, and that means we got to work together, folks, a little bit more. That's for sure.
Mhm.
I don't know why we haven't done that yet, but anyway, that's a whole another subject for one other day.
That's a whole, right, a whole nother talk.
Amen. Amen. Hey guys, let me tell you about a few stats. Okay, I'm a business owner. Tasha's a business owner. I want to tell you about a few stats, just a few of them, guys. How many business owners are there in the United States? This is some old data, so it's more than that. This is just 2017, guys. The latest reference of the year business owners was about 11.7 million women-owned businesses and 9.2 minority-owned businesses, guys, in the United States. So it's a lot more than that now. Percentage of small businesses operating from home, 50% of all small businesses operating from home. Isn't that powerful, Natasha? I love it. 82% are businesses that fall into this category because of cash flow problems. Small business accounts 44% of the U.S. economy. Wow, isn't that powerful? And last, guys, we talk about business today. We're talking to you, all my business owners. About 75% of the people listening are business owners. They're entrepreneurs. They're CEOs. They're also business owners and employers and things like that. So, guys, how many people are employed in small business? While 99%, I'm sorry, 99.9% of all businesses in the United States are classified as small businesses. That's a lot of business for us there out there, Natasha. I love it.
Yeah.
They employ less than half of the workforce. 47.3% or 59 million people are according to the 2019 census, guys. So we've got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of people to help. But guess what, guys? There is a reason to our madness, because business is business. And Natasha, business don't be playing, boy, when you really get into it, does it? I love it.
It doesn't, it's a whole other arena,
Yeah.
especially when look at, you've got the e-commerce game is run
Yeah.
by Amazon,
Oh,
that
yeah.
dominant leader in that industry. And then you've got, brick and mortar
Yeah.
is kind of going to the wayside because
Yeah.
of what Amazon's doing and the convenience of how the world changed
Yeah.
when COVID happened. So yes, those home businesses are now getting their packages delivered at home and not going to
Woo! I know it.
brick
I
and
know it.
mortar as much as they used to.
I love it. Now, Natasha, I think we were talking about the drone business for our kids. I would encourage all you guys, all the mom and dad, get your young people involved in drone technology. They can learn, if nothing else, they can learn how to repair them when they go down, and they may want to get to the drone delivery business and run their own enterprise one day. So it's a lot out there, guys, but it's going to require some serious business strategies. It's going to require finances to be top, your taxes to be top, all the areas that Natasha is qualified for. And I'm going to read her bio right now. Hey, for those who are joining us, this is Power Connections with Kevin Vaughan and my wonderful guest there, She is a wonderful, wonderful business owner, Natasha Harris. Hey guys, guess what? Natasha is an experienced accounting and tax professional. In fact, I want to stop here. I'm sure now, when you were born there, Natasha, you probably had some money in your hand, didn't you? Ready to take over, did you?
So,
Almost.
funny story behind it. So funny story behind that. I was 4 years old working in my grandparents' flower shop, actually in Kansas City. I
Yeah,
forget the street name because I was only 4, but
right.
she said I would take the scraps of the floral arrangements she would make, and
Yeah,
I would make my own and sell them for $1 in her
I knew it.
fridge. So, so
I
I
knew
was
it.
4 years old already,
Yeah,
entrepreneurial
I love
and making it happen. And my grandma said Natasha's going to be the CEO of whatever she does as she grows. So yeah.
I love it. I love it. And we honor our grandmothers and mothers and fathers and all those who raised. But I knew it. I didn't even talk to you about that. So I knew she probably came out ready to take over the planet, you know? That is so cool, Natasha. I love it. Hey, guys, as I continue reading her bio, guys, she knows how vital navigating finances and taxes are. This is very critical, guys. Finances and taxes, very critical for the real business owner. As one of my mentors says, Dr. Watson, Donetta Watson says, no more hobbies, hookups, and hustles, guys. You gotta get serious about your business, okay? If you're serious about doing what you want to do. So, guys, she helps you in this area, investing her career, helping families and small business owners navigate personal and business financial decisions so they can grow into what they've dreamed. Because, guys, everybody wants to grow. Everybody wants to leave a legacy for their children, right? Even great grandchildren and great grands as well. Natasha has driven to pursue CFO, that's Chief Financial Officer, and tax strategy from her passion helping people during her life-altering and entrepreneurial times, especially when it comes to personal and business finances. With her keen understanding, guys, of numbers and strategic implementation, she'll see stuff, guys, that you won't see. She'll see stuff when you hire you. She'll see stuff that you won't see, guys. With her keen understanding of numbers and strategic implementation, she has been working on accounting and financial industry for several years. I know you look like she just finished college, right? I know that, guys. I know she does that. She has assisted over 200 families, guys, and businesses with bettering their financial situation during that time. She received her education from Columbia College with a Master's of Business Administration and a Bachelor's in Accounting, Financial Services, Marketing. She's worked in some of the small businesses in her community and individually under the Victory Finances LLC. This is her business model, guy. Victory Finances LLC. You guys see that right there? There it is, the website. Let me get over there. There you go. The website's right there. So you guys take that and check her out after you listen to her today, okay? We're gonna get going here. Hey, recently Natasha became the CEO treasurer of the Columbia Regional Economic Development, Inc., and was honored at the Tax and Accounting Summit in Orlando, Florida, awarded outstanding leadership at the Money 2.0 conference in Las Vegas, Nevada. Wow, I love it. Well, guys, welcome again, Natasha, to Power Connections with Kevin Vaughan.
Thank you
So much. Amen. Hey, guys, I got to read the rest of that too real quick. Hey, what did Natasha do? First of all, I'm just going to read it. We ain't going to go over all this stuff today, but I want to read to you what her background is and what she can provide for you as a business owner. Accounting and bookkeeping, business consulting, business entity and selection, business services, cash flow management, financial planning, new business formation, nonprofit organizations, part-time CFO services, payroll. Oh man, that's good. Payroll services, small business accounting, strategic business planning, succession planning, take two tax consulting, tax preparation and planning, a key one right there, guys, and virtual bookkeeping and virtual tax preparation. All I can say, Natasha, you are a genius. You're brilliant. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. Well, Natasha, outside of growing up with that mindset, what got you into this area? Let's talk a little bit how you got started in the tax and preparation there. Who encouraged you to do that? Was it something that was in your heart? Or who
funny story behind that too. I originally started pursuing my bachelor's in accounting because I wanted to become a photographer for the FBI.
Gotcha.
So they required a Bachelor of Science in that area. And then as I started to learn what they photograph as FBI agents, I changed my mind and said, no, thanks. I don't think I want to look at that every day.
Right.
So I continued to pursue the accounting, Life happened, had to make some pivots of my own
Yeah.
on that journey. As much as I thought I was going to, go one way, I wound up in 3 seasons of homelessness that redirected me,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then got back into school, but continued to pursue that accounting avenue. So from there, um, started working in accounting for a couple of
Yeah.
small businesses. And I started, that keen eye of mine, I started noticing a few things,
Yep.
and then was actually fired from that career that I thought would have taken off. So
Mm,
from there, I stepped into financial services in 2016 after a deadly brown recluse spider bite,
mm.
and the rest is history.
Oh, I love.
So the
Yeah.
start of that, I thought I was going to become a
Yeah.
photographer for
Yeah.
life.
I
But it
love it.
turns out I became a
Yeah.
CFO and tax strategist to help my small business owners, especially our minority community,
Yeah.
navigate this arena.
Oh, I love it. Natasha, people need to understand life is not smooth all the time. Okay. So you're going to have to keep going, guys. Even though she had that little upset there, she never stopped. That's the thing. You just don't, go in seclusion for the rest of your life, say, oh, woe is me, right? You got to have some
Right.
tenacity today, guys. And we're talking to the business owners out there. We're business owners. So we're talking to you, business owners, entrepreneurs, and Natasha, we're going to talk to our young people that are brilliant and smart too as well. And they're going to want to start their own, a lot of them don't want to work for nobody but themselves. So they're going to have some strategies today as well. So guys, Natasha is amazing. We're going to dive right into some questions for her. But this is set up today for the entrepreneur, for the business owner, right? No matter what level you're at, you got to take your business serious. If you want to grow it, you got to be able to get it to a scalable area. You got to get it to a sustainable area. But guess what? You also want to have it on paper where you can leave it to your family members, right? As well, where it's so good that you can will it, put it in your will, right? Where it's running so well and you got the right things in place, professionally. This involves taxes. This involves finances, all the above that Natasha can help you with, guys, as we talk about this proper area. Well, Natasha, let's dive right into some of the questions, and feel free to go any way you want with this one as well. But I wanted to ask you about the top 3 areas, because you see a lot of stuff, and I see a lot of stuff too as well on my side. But what are some of the 3 top areas that entrepreneurs need to really get right the first time?
So that's a beautiful question. And yes, indeed, it is a very loaded question when it comes
Yeah.
to our entrepreneurs and small business owners.
Yeah.
So I would say the top 3 areas that they need to consider when starting or running their business would be financial management,
Okay.
Compliance and optimization,
Okay.
and at professional advisory and support.
Oh, I love it.
And I can elaborate on some of those. So when we talk about financial management, you understand that you need accounting and professionals, but not just for the sake of your business. You need the holistic approach because of how your business can impact you personally as an entrepreneur. Just like those statistics said, 50% are running their businesses out of their home.
Yep.
That means home. You literally have your business at home.
Yeah.
So holistically looking at that and making sure that you're, have those bookkeeping and tax planning, financial analysis, and the setup and support that you need to be able to continue to maneuver not just your business, but also your home life.
Mm-hmm.
And I totally get it. So we've been married for 13 years. We have 4 children.
Amen.
Our youngest kids are twin 5-year-olds. And I started my business at 2 hours a day when they were infants. So a lot of it was with babies on my lap and having to manage and maneuver that, right? So you get in this headspace that, maybe I'm not as far along as I need to be, but then recognizing your journey is different than others. And that's where that tenacity and resilience can kick in. So as much as I could have stopped because things in life was lifing, you really can't, because your business was meant to be here. So also getting into the compliance and optimization. So tax regulation can change. I mean, COVID was a big year where we saw a lot of that. And then a lot of the government benefits and perks that they were dishing out between child tax credit and the PPP and those loans that pendulum is going to swing back. They've hired thousands of new auditors. And I want to say they're young bloods looking for a name for themselves. And they're coming after our Schedule C, which is our majority of our small business owners, and our S Corps, making sure that you're running your business the right way. So having a professional to be able to help you keep on top of those things is key and necessary. And that's where a lot of the advisory comes in.
Yeah.
So that gets into having someone that can give you that regular advice or consult in an ongoing way. So we have clients, matter of fact, a client called me last week because of some business moves he was making, but needed that additional conversation to make sure this was the best financial decision he could make for what he was trying to do.
Yeah. Yep. I love it. I love it. That's
So those
exactly.
are 3 key areas.
Yeah, I love it. That's powerful. And that's exactly why we're here today, guys. This business area, small business, entrepreneurship, startup, whatever, is very serious if you want to really get involved globally. And the thing is, now we got to talk global, Natasha. You can't just talk United States, right? We're talking global business. Yep. So it's exciting, guys. So I love that that response there. And thank you so much. You know, matter of fact, guys, I was just thinking, if you're just joining us, this is Power Connections. My wonderful guest, she's CEO and founder, ladies and gentlemen, of Victory Finances LLC. And she is a powerful, powerful asset to your business needs as well. This website, guys, right there. I want you guys to check her out a little later in detail. I want you to set some appointments up as well. Check her out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do a quick commercial break. You guys, anybody who has all those colleagues out there that have a podcast, you have television, digital, whatever you got out there on media, social media, YouTube channels, Twitter, Instagram, get her on for a few minutes and ask her about these areas, because folks need to know that the government's not playing, boy, in this area of business, guys. You got to do it right. Bottom line, you got to do it right. I love it. That's great. That's great. I love it. Well, Natasha, I love that response. Thank you so much, guys. I hope y'all taking notes, but if not, Natasha, they can listen to this over and over again as well.
Yes.
I love it as well. I love it. You know, one of the ones I really like to ask, because people think stuff is free. Stuff ain't free, folks. The business that Natasha's in is not free. So Natasha, please help us out there about having a budget. When we start a business, we must budget for your type of services. Can you help us a little bit about that? Please.
Yes, so budgeting is critical, but I always like to take a step back, and I do this in some of my coaching and with our date framework.
Yes, ma'am.
You have to understand what you're spending in the first place and what's important in your business. So if you're looking at your business as a hobby hustle hookup and you're only tracking your income and expenses, speaking to a professional isn't going to become important to you.
Right.
But if you're looking to be global, you're looking to expand, you're looking to franchise, and you're looking to hire people, then yes, budgeting, okay, if I need to sit down with a consult and take this, $500, maximize that and even strategize or whatever, then you'll know, if that's the right person for you. And I really recommend interviewing a couple. 3 is a good number to get a good gauge, because a lot of times, sometimes you might not even like a person.
Right.
And if you have those feelings about your professional, you're not going to want to take the advice, even if it's good for you, because you're in your feelings about how they make you feel.
Yeah.
So that's real. Was that too real? That's a real
no,
talk.
That's perfect. Let's stop right there, because there's so much going on in the world today. You can have a professional, but there could be something wrong with them. So you better know you don't want folks coming to your house, and doing all this crazy stuff that you didn't authorize, but because they're getting too excited about who you are. So yeah, that's very important, guys. You better do what Natasha just said. You need to interview at least 3 or 4. But also, you got to know a little bit about their character. How about this? Get some references, Natasha. I would, I know Natasha, guys, but I would, if I didn't know her, I could call around and say, hey, do you know how well she does stuff? And get some references, right, as well on these people.
Yeah, because understanding when you're partnering, and I don't think people realize this, it does become a partnership with like an accountant or a financial planner or a financial professional, because the longevity of the information they need to give you the best advice,
There you
you're
go.
looking at a 1 year agreement, because that's an accounting cycle in the first place, is a year.
Yeah, yeah,
So for you to really have it, it really is that partnership and that relationship. The good thing is, though,
yeah,
now here's a nugget. So for those of you taking notes, take
yeah,
this note. When you partner with your accountants, that's a locked in price.
yeah,
Okay. So
yeah,
you're not worried about too many price fluctuations like with inflation and these things, because it's contracted, you're set pricing similar to a lawyer retainer kind of fee.
yeah.
So that's a solid set number. So if you decide after a year, I like you, let's lock in for another 3 years or,
Mhm.
2 years, so that that pricing for you stays the same within your budget for the next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, yeah, that's good, Natasha. I like that. It's all about planning, guys. You got to plan well. You got to get those references on the CFO, guys, the chief financial officer, or whoever's doing your taxes, things like that. It's so important to have that. Matter of fact, Natasha, you correct me if I'm wrong, but when we hire a person like you, some people, you are more important than the wife or the husband, because they won't even know some stuff that you know about.
Oh, yes. Oh my goodness. So I like to say equally important as a wife or spouse, right?
Yes, just depends on
Because
the
I
relationship. Yeah.
yeah, depends on the relationship, because we do carry a different level. And some of you might have spouses, some
Right,
of you might have close relatives in
right.
that field,
Yeah,
and that's absolutely okay.
yeah,
Sometimes that relationship can be damaged
right.
by
Yeah,
engaging in that business level of activity.
right.
So again, seeking additional
Yeah,
people, maybe even consults. I even recommend
yeah,
having
right.
mentors within that arena as well,
Absolutely.
because the number one factor, and I'll say this, the number one bottleneck in most businesses for small business owners is yourself. You
Yeah,
become the biggest bottleneck in your business and
yeah,
prevent its own growth.
yeah. That's powerful. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's all up here, guys. It's all up here, guys. You decide that. Hey, guys, reason why I mentioned that we're talking to Natasha Harris, ladies and CFO of her own business, Victory Finances LLC, tax consulting, and so much more as well. But guys, it's so important that you have a plan. But also too, for those who are married, right, in business, you make sure you share that information, share what's going on with your tax consultant as well with him or her. Okay, it's very important to make sure they understand. They may not understand it all, but make sure they know that you're engaging with a professional for business purposes in these areas. Okay, they need to be a part of those conversations, so nothing comes up unexpected, or unannounced there. Well, I didn't know that. Well, how come you didn't know that? Well, you need to know that. So, guys, make sure husbands, wives, y'all share information. When you get your professional person like Natasha, make sure you guys engage that together and make decisions together on whether you're going to use that person, not use that person. Because if the wife don't like it, well, I'm gonna tell you, stuff will be cut real quick. So vice versa, and same with the other side. So please make sure you all talk before you all engage people and spend money. And some people may pay in advance, and then the wife said, "I don't like that person. I don't like them." Guess what happens? You lost your money possibly. So folks, do
Oh
some.
my gosh, open communication is
Oh
key.
yeah, you got to communicate, folks, with your spouse, please, or your fiance or somebody. Even if you're just even prior to marriage, guys, all that you guys got both business owners and getting ready to get married. Share all that stuff in advance so you'll be on one accord. So there'll be no surprises in the future. We're talking about basically selecting or getting your right CFO, if you will, for your business. I love it. Hey, let's take a commercial break. Natasha, how can folks get in touch with you on social media and on that website again? And how can folks get in touch with you?
Yes, so you can find us on Facebook at Victory Finances LLC. I believe there's dots in between there. So
Mhm.
victory.finances.llc on Facebook. And go to our website. For those of you listening, you're welcome to go to www.victoryfinancesllc.com. And in the right-hand corner there, you'll find the appointment button. Go ahead and schedule an appointment. Let's strike up that conversation and have a
Yeah,
quick chat and see what some of your next move might be.
yeah, absolutely, guys. You got to ask those questions, but you got to get the best. Natasha is one of the best on the planet, folks. I want you guys to contact her as soon as you can. We're talking about business ownership, entrepreneurship, The young people out there listening, if you guys want to start your own business, specifically young adults, those who are home still with mom, you got to check with mom and dad on that. If you have an idea for a business, get with mom and dad, and they'll get in touch with Natasha, set up an appointment, and go from there, guys. So important that we do that. And also, too, guys, don't forget, any of my colleagues got a television network, any type of streaming service, YouTube channel, bring Natasha on to interview her about this powerful, powerful area. We want you guys to succeed. We want you guys to grow. We want you guys to sustain your business. How do you do that? You got to have those finances in order. You got to understand the tax structure, the requirements. And Natasha, I can only guess stuff is changing probably as we speak. And without you, we wouldn't know even going on, Amazing.
Right. It does. It changes.
Yeah, exactly. So you got to have people like Natasha, guys, to bring you up to date on how it may impact your business model that you have. Okay, whether it's brick and mortar, home base, or on a spaceship somewhere in space. It could be out there somewhere in one day. People be running a business from space one day. So get excited about this, guys. Hey, we're interviewing Natasha Harris, ladies and gentlemen, CFO. Ladies and gentlemen, she's one of the best in the world. Hey, Natasha, let's talk about this because people got to know for sure about how many times should, once they get on contract and everything, how many times do we talk to you? How many times should my business talk to you throughout the year?
So that's a great question too, because businesses can vary. You might be in a startup phase where our conversation needs to be quarterly, or you might be in a growth phase where you've hired 5 people, you're looking to do XYZ, and that might need to be a weekly conversation so that there's some execution in the meantime, or even monthly where you're okay, I'm steady right now. Let's just have this monthly conversation because so much can happen in a business. I can say even just this year, we're only in August, I've had to make 3 pivots of my own. Right.
Wow, that's powerful, Natasha. That is so powerful. I love it. So we got to pay attention to what's going on, don't we, out there? Sure. Hey, guys, I was just looking over here on my other screen here, Natasha. I wanted to share with the people out there. Business ownership is so exciting right now. You got so much going on. And Natasha, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's several books out there in this area. You may have a few, but I was looking up, guys. When I first got started, there was a book recommended, 422 tax deductions for business owners. Then it went to 475. Now I just found out for 2023, they got 1,001 tax deductions for business owners. So guys, the only way you're going to do that and understand that is have somebody on staff, on payroll for like Natasha to help you navigate. What can I write off? What can I do? What can I not do? It's so important. You don't want to get surprises where you get an audit. Next thing you know, you're out of business because all your stuff is gone, for whatever reason. But the point is, you got to have information. You got to have the right professional guys. So there's books out there, but I would start with Natasha first on getting some consultation. Matter of fact, Natasha, do they have some what they call discovery time with you? Do they have like 15 minutes or so? What can people do initially?
Absolutely. So when they set their appointment through the website, you'll get a 15-minute discovery call. And then just let me know how you heard about me. I can make some wiggle room, make it 30-minute, but yes. Yes. So for our listeners, we'll make that a 30-minute, not just a 15, so we can have more conversation.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you so much for that. Hey guys, I want you, those listening on all the platforms where you're hearing this, I want you to mention the MLT network. You heard it here on the MLT network. So all you got to do with MLT, and we'll make sure we make that happen for you as well. We're excited about you. Hey, also too, young entrepreneurs, you guys are brilliant. You're smart. You got ideas. You need to start with Natasha first on how to get started in this area so you'll understand how to get it rolling, how to do your pre-planning and everything else. So we're so excited about having Natasha with us today. I love it. Hey, Natasha, we're going to go with one more question here. I think here, from your perspective here, what do you want to share? Because, I'm big on planning and so are you. You got to have a plan. Guys, I know you have a brilliant idea. Say, for example, you want to build a 7-star hotel. Guess what? You better put it on paper first, folks. And you better make sure everything is considered. I'm talking about from the foundation all the way up to the glass that's going into the rooms, that type of thing. So my point is, folks, you have to plan well. I know you're excited about your idea. In fact, God may even downloaded it to you, but guess what? He even wrote a book for us. So that's a good
Yes,
thing.
he
So
did.
if God wrote a book, I thought, Natasha, God could have just downloaded in our brains everything he wanted us to know, but he put it in a book, even though he still does that as well through the Spirit of God. But the point is that he wrote it down. We need to write it down too, guys. So you got to have a plan. But Natasha, what are some of the major areas that business owners uh, you would like to share that need to understand and have? And I want you to also talk to our young and smart and brilliant entrepreneurs as well, our new young persons as well. What's some of the major areas you want us to know today?
So there are quite a few. I mean,
Yeah,
they're really, especially as it comes to, personal life and business.
yeah,
So if I were to tie it all together, I would really put it in a few key categories.
yeah.
Really, really understanding your finances. So do not neglect your financial education.
There you go. Yeah,
And that is some of what we offer as well. We'll come out to your organization and teach financial workshops
yeah.
for your staff. And a lot of people kind of don't think of that
Right,
aspect
right.
of what their staff may need to help better their business
Yeah,
as well. Because people don't stay at an employer for 20 years like they used to.
that's right.
You're looking at a 3 to 5 year turnaround for your staff. But if you can kind of think of a non-traditional route of what you could offer as the owner
Mhm.
to really build that business so that you can go global,
Yeah.
that is something we offer there. So then that would bring me to, investing in the expertise. Sit down and have that conversation with a professional, and that could be in any area. If you're thinking about building a house, you would contact a professional. If
Right.
you're thinking about rewiring your electric, if you when you break a leg, you go see a professional. Same attitude is
Mm.
taken with your finances, both personal and
Yeah.
business. So that was number two. Number three would be the planning, strategic
Mhm.
planning. Is that clear strategy, be it financial or, just on your business goals, understanding what those goals are in the
Mhm.
first place and outlining clear actionable items to be
Yeah,
able to execute. Because then from there, from your idea, it gets into execution.
yeah.
So strategic planning was number three. Number four is your financial forecasting. So planning for the money to come in as well.
Yeah.
And with the day and age we're in, number five, we're going to get into embracing technology.
Oh,
So much is out there to make those efficiencies within your operations and schedules and things of that nature to be able to, instead of working in your business, become that CEO and owner.
mhm.
Because at that point, when you hit owner investor, it becomes passive income, which is a tax strategy. And a lot of people don't realize the goal of creating your business is to not work in
Yeah,
it.
I love it.
but it happens.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
embrace the technology and resources in that end, and then really just staying up to date um, on what you're trying to
Right,
do
right,
holistically, right? Because you have to track yourself, not just your business.
right, right. That's
So
powerful.
are you progressing with your business, or are you still stuck in this area of your
Right,
business? Because
right,
then that, like I said, you're the main factor to your business and your life.
right.
How are you growing with what you're trying to achieve as well?
Oh, I love it. Tasha, I was just writing down, folks, while you were talking. You can either ask questions, folks. Ask questions. Entrepreneurs,
Mm-hmm.
business owners, call Natasha. She gave you the information, guys, on the website there. All you got to do is call and ask some questions and let her take it from there. Okay. So don't think you got to do this by yourself. And I'm going to say you cannot Google everything, right? Natasha, you got to talk to a professional eventually.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
So let's talk a little bit about Google
Yeah.
and the do it myself mentality,
Yeah.
because that's a mentality, right? We're not designed to sit here and be alone and stay in isolation. There's an interdependence
Yeah.
that's there, right? Everybody has their individual skill
Yeah.
within how it can work together.
Yep. Yep.
So for your ecosystem, right? For Kevin's ecosystem or for Natasha's ecosystem,
Right.
we have our specific skill sets
Yeah.
and our duties within that, but have to partner
Yeah.
and connect with
Yeah.
others who fill where we might be weak. And I don't know the statistics off the top of my head, but I know a lot of people hate math and numbers.
Right. Yeah.
I am not one of them.
Right. Exactly. I'm so glad you know what you're doing. Yeah, I love it, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's powerful.
So doing it yourself can take a lot of time and energy, and more than you really want to put into.
I love
So,
it.
yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm Googling now what you just asked. I want to see if they got the stat on the number of people who hate.
How many people hate numbers?
Yeah, I'm gonna look, see if it comes up.
Like we're on Facebook. Facebook, drop a 1 if you hate numbers.
I hear you, sister. How many people? Let's see too. See if I typed it in correctly first. The number of people who hate. Nope. See, I didn't put it in there. Who hate math? See if it comes up real quickly, guys. There's always something out there. Hey, man. And we should embrace math as much as we had it in high school and middle school. We should embrace it more. I think.
Oh my gosh! Everybody's like, when am I going to use this?
Yeah, exactly. I think we know now why we need to have it, don't we? I love it. That is so neat. But let's see, number of people. Let's see if I got the number here. How to fix math? We'll look it up later. But anyway, it's a lot.
So funny.
It's a lot of people.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot of people, folks. I can tell you it's more than 10,000 people. I can tell you that much for sure. And let's see, people who come to people who hate. Oh, here it is. Let me see if it says here real quick. I'm looking for a number. I don't see it, Natasha, but that's okay. But we know there's a lot of people, but we're gonna get over that, right? Because that's my money. My money's tied up. And guess what, Natasha? As you know, if I don't know enough about math, at least the basic stuff, your money could be gone somewhere you won't even know if it's missing.
Listen.
Oh, you won't even know.
So there's also a bit of a fear with people approaching finances. I've learned there's a bit of fear and shame, and understand those feelings are valid because our education system doesn't do us justice in helping us understand why we know those things.
Right.
But it's okay.
Yeah. Get over it.
It's not your fault. It's okay.
Yeah, get over it, guys. Grow up.
It's okay to pick up. It's okay to pick up the phone and say, "Hey, I need help with this."
Yeah.
And we're here to help you.
I love it. And especially, Natasha, for the believer. Now, if God give you an idea, he ain't going to give you the pain to go with it, okay? That means it's a blessing, right? But that means we do have to have some work. I'm responsible now for my business that God has given me. So guess what? Don't be fearful, guys, of the numbers. You got to know the numbers, guys. You could be losing money. Natasha, we know some people that, man, if one penny's missing, they know. They sniff it out. They know it is not right. This ain't right, y'all. Off 5 cents, whatever. So we gotta have that type of mentality, guys, where exactly, because people. Even when I was working, if you mess with my paycheck, you're gonna know it. How we gonna know it? I mean, 1 penny be off. I say, what happened to my check, man? What happened to my check? Y'all messed my check up. So that's the same mentality, guys. You gotta have with this area, as Natasha can help you out. As we're talking to business owners and entrepreneurs, Natasha Harris is my special guest, colleague, and friend with the family there. She is a CFO, ladies and gentlemen, of Victory Finance LLC. Hey, Natasha, we got a few more minutes here. I got the last 3 minutes coming up. I want to give you them final words, but thank you so much for being with us today. But any takeaways, anything you want to share with us today? I want you to call. I want to call to action for some business owners and entrepreneurs out there. Anything you can tell us?
So I'm going to share our mission and our vision, right? We envision a world that's better stewards over their finances and resources. Yeah. And we're on a mission to serve and help 5,000 minority business owners clean up their books with our Clean Figures program.
Great goal.
Now, if you know someone or you are that business that says, "Hey, I need a little bit of help with cleaning this up because I did not keep track of my sales tax, I'm behind on my tax filings, I don't know if my employee is an employee or I should continue 1099 contracting them." So that is what we're here for, to serve you in that way to get you compliant and on the right path to bettering and growing and scaling your business with our Clean Figures program. So book the appointment on our website, victoryfinancesllc.com. We're going to have that quick chat. We're going to get you a deductions checklist so you know, and get you educated as the business owner as well in this area. So that is, we are on that mission to serve 5,000 minority business owners and help them clean up their books.
Oh, I love it, Natasha. What a great mission statement. What a great goal there as well. Hey guys, I want you to also share this out, okay? This is going to be rolling all the rest of the year, really. You need to share this out and let people know that are in business. If you're not in business, you got family members, right? Friends, colleagues, coworkers, whatever, that are in business already. They need to hear this from Natasha today. I want you guys to hit her website up, guys, learn more about that. If you decide to do business with her, that's great. Just mention that you heard it on the MLT network with Kevin Vaughan, and we'll be glad to thank you so much in advance for that. Wow, I love it. Well, Natasha, you know, you're always welcome to come back. Please update us periodically on what's happening in the area of finances and taxes, because you know, tax codes change, things happen. There's something major coming up that affects entrepreneurs and business owners. Please let us know and feel free to come back on and share it with us as much time as you give us. Okay, I appreciate you so much. That's great. Hey guys, real quickly, Natasha is on Facebook, guys, under Natasha Harris. Check her out, but the website is what we want you to go to. I want you to share this out and let others know about this as well. Well, Natasha, we want you to, first of all, give love to your family today. We're excited about your future, and thank you so much for your time today.
Yes, thank you guys so much. Take care, everyone listening.
Amen. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, thank you so much for your time, guys. We're right at the 45-minute hour there. We thank you so much for being with us today. Again, I want you guys to share this out, okay? Because we talk about business owners, entrepreneurship. And don't forget, my colleagues that have any type of media service, I'll contact Natasha so she can come on your network, guys, as well. I want you to interview her about this critical area. We talk about finances, we talk about tax code, and all of the above. She has so many services that can help you and your family grow and your network grow as well. So thank you so much for your time. Hey, this has been Power Connections with Dr. Kevin Vaughan and my wonderful guest, beautiful Natasha Harris on the network there with us today. She is good at what she does. She loves what she does. That's important too. She loves what she does as well. And you guys will see it when you get your discovery call in there as well. Hey, I want to leave you with this, guys. Remember to always out-love, out-serve, and out-forgive each other. And remember that Jesus is Lord, and we're excited about your development. We're excited about your growth. But guess what? We're going to do it with excellence and with power. Y'all take care. Natasha, have a great day. Thank you so much for your time.